Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Urkak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is the Mayim in Atlanta, and got this article pulled up. It's from the Kansas City Star, came out 2 days ago. And it says U.S. military fires nuclear missile test more powerful than anybody. And you could tell that's a quote from the sitting president himself, Donald Trump. And it says the U.S. Army recently launched a Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile. And that Minuteman comes from the Revolutionary War with these special soldiers that they had that would be ready within a minute. And so they placed that name onto the ICBMs. And it says from Vandenberg Space Force Base after Russia conducted a combat training exercise with its Yars ICBM. President Donald Trump criticized the Biden administration's foreign policy, emphasizing the need for a stronger U.S. stance. Acting Secretary of the Air Force Gary Ashworth said, today's Minuteman III test launch is just one of the ways the Department of the Air Force demonstrates the readiness, precision, and professionalism of U.S. nuclear forces. And that's exactly what it is. It's a demonstration, or basically a show-off. They're showing their military prowess to one another because ultimately World War III is coming and these nuclear weapons will be used. Since Trump stated if we would have had President Joe Biden's administration for another year, you would have been in World War III. And now it's not going to happen. And that is a lie because World War III is most definitely going to happen. And it doesn't matter who's in office. World War III will happen and America will be nuked. And these Edomites, with Trump being one of them, so-called white people, as well as these small hatters, the 1948ers, their power will be taken away after World War III. By the time the dust is settling from the nukes going off, these Edomites will be in chains. And that's what they're trying to prevent, but it's prophecy, and the Lord's going to make this happen no matter what. Says Trump added, we're going to stop people from these stupid, never-ending wars. We're not going to partake in them ourselves, but we'll be stronger and more powerful than anybody by far. And these wars aren't going to stop until World War III and the return of Yahweh Shai. And then they could beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. But before that, this place has to be taken out, which is Babylon the Great, aka America. It says, and thus with great violence will that city Babylon fall. It's got to come through this war, and there's nothing that can be done to stop it. It says the missile traveled at least Salakia. The missile traveled at speeds of 15,000 miles per hour, completing a 4,200-mile journey in approximately 22 minutes. And that is extremely fast. That could get to Russia within no time. Since the Air Force confirmed that launch was a scheduled exercise, Colonel Dustin Harmon, commander of the 377th Test and Evaluation Group, stated, this allows our team to analyze and report accuracy and reliability for the current system while validating projected missile system improvements. The U.S. Air Force stated the Sentinel weapon system is the most cost-effective option for maintaining a safe, secure, and effective land-based leg of the nuclear triad and would extend its capabilities through 2075. That's Psalms 49 all day. They think their houses shall continue forever. There is no 2075 for you, Esau. You are about to be taken out of power here with this third woe that is coming. and it is coming quickly. This is Revelation 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, the second woe being the Second World War, which is back in the 40s. I want to say, I guess the H-Man kicked it off in 1938 when they invaded Poland. Pretty sure it was then. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then this all ended in 1945. But that war, or woe, goes into destruction, which war is destruction. And the second woe, or the second war, world war, is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third world's war, which will be the end of the Edomites reigning on this earth, having any power, as well as all of the heathen nations, which, if you're outside of Israel, if you're not of the nation of Israel, you are a heathen, and you don't get the promises and the blessings. And this will mark the third woe, the end of it will mark the time of the Gentiles coming into its fullness. It's going to all be over, and there will never be a heathen or Gentile kingdom upon this earth ever again. This is Malachi 4 and verse 1, because they're sending up these ICBMs as exercises, but this is eventually, they're going to be used in real life. And these will be the consequences of it. Malachi 4 and verse 1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. So when these exercises turn real, that's what's going to happen. This day is going to burn like an oven with the excessive temperatures that the nuclear weapons will bring. And the only good place to be is in a chariot. So you do have to obtain deliverance from Yahushua. This isn't all the proud being the Edomites, the most proud, Trump being one of them. What was that statement he said at the top? Because that was a proud statement as well. It says, more powerful than anybody. It's not more powerful than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, but just showing you that is the proud. That's the most proud. These Edomites, so-called white people, and these small hatters. It says, yet and all that do wickedly, which they're also the wicked, and people of the other nations fall into this as well, including Israelites being wicked, but the wicked are the Edomites, so-called white people, and the small hatters. And it says they shall be stubble. So it's all going to burn them up. There's a day coming where your weapons that you use, that you're having exercises with, are going to burn you up like an oven. It's going to be an oven out here. It says, in the day that cometh that shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch, because this is going to completely take away your foundation and the future of your progeny, all over with these weapons that you created through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You give no credit to him for that, but it's going to take you out. It's going to take out your whole lineage, and there will be nothing left. Well, there will be a remnant of you left, which will then rebirth the rest of Edom into the kingdom. But after 1,000 years, after the 1,000-year reign, Obadiah 1 and 18 comes into effect, and there will be not a single Edomite on this planet ever again. It says, but unto you that fear my name, which these are the elect of Israel, shall the Son of Righteousness arise. And that's a capital S, because it's showing Yahushua coming back. He is our deliverer. He's coming to redeem the Israelites with healing in his wings, because we've been under these curses and we need healing from Yahushua. And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. And so he's coming to bring that peace that Trump spoke of. This can't come until him and his people are taken out of the way. It says, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. And the wicked shall be tread down. The Lord said he's going to raise us up and turn us into a new threshing instrument having teeth. And we're going to beat the mountain small. So all these forms of government that the heathen have set up, that's all going to be under our feet. The wicked, being the Edomites, are going to be under our feet. It says, over Edom do I cast my shoe, or Moab is my wash pot. Over Edom do I cast my shoe. We're going to tread them down, says the scriptures, says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And there's going to be nothing left of them. They're going to be under our foot, so under our power and our control. That being the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is what the Lord says about their rulership and their future, which they don't have a future. This is Isaiah 34 and verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, that being the wicked in power, and all these heathen nations that are in power, but ultimately the Edomites are in power, and they're going to come out of their heaven because them being in rulership is their heaven. This is the best it'll ever get for them. But as it says, I saw Satan fall as lightning because they're falling out of this rulership position. It says it'll be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. So think of an ancient scroll with writing on it, rolled together with the ends loose. And it says, and all their hosts shall fall down. So all their armies are going to fall as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. I can just see a mushroom cloud there. And everything's going to fall away for you, Esau. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Those ICBMs go up into the atmosphere, up into the outer atmosphere, and then come back down onto their target, showing the Lord's sword, which are those ICBMs, being bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, Idumea being the Greek way of saying Edom, who are the so-called white people and so-called small hatters, and upon the people of my curse to judgment, because they are cursed for this end. They're cursed in their appearance and in their wickedness and in their end that they have that is coming due to their wickedness. They're a cursed people. This is the wicked that the Lord has saved for the day of judgment. It says, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the kidneys, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra. There is a major sacrifice that's going to go on here in America and around the world, because the Lord's coming to tread them down. Basra was a prominent city of Idumea, and now you can liken that unto the U.S. And it says, in great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. That's what's going on. This is a great sacrifice, and these people are going to fill in for these sacrificial animals. It says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Because you, Edomites, said that you're the true Christians and that you're the Lord's people, but you're not. And this is going to require a recompense, because you shouldn't have even been touching this book. But you did, and you took the Lord's land, you took his people, and put it on them sorely. And so that's all coming back onto you. You're not the Christians. You're not the people of the Lord. You are the Edomites, and he hates you, and he's about to judge you. And so you can do all these military exercises that you want to try to stave off war, but war is coming. And we need it so that this earth can be at peace, so that you could be removed out of power. So go ahead and do it. Go ahead and send your MOTB, make it mandatory, and then go ahead and die in this war. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Ruach. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.